Hey everyone, DNA here, back with another regular alts versus their alt art counterparts, because I got a lot of positive feedback from the last one, which actually made me really happy. I'm always stoked to see people commenting down below. It's really cool, and I literally get to every single person. So if you haven't seen the last video, you can check that out at the top of the screen. I'll link it for you somewhere. But all this is, to quote one of my mates, is just shitting all over alt arts, which upon review is pretty close. Realistically though, as much as I'm just shitting on some alt arts, I do want this to be about the fact that some regulars are just better. And if you wanted to jump into the game at any point, you don't have to max rarity your deck always, because some of these are duty, in my opinion. Almost all 5 of these that I'm about to show you are actually from commenters down below, so I'll try my best to give credit, but hey, if you want to comment down below what alt arts I missed, any you think deserve to be on the list, or quite frankly, let me know if I've missed the mark. And while you're down there, give me a little like, why don't you? With all that said, let's jump into our first contender, Omnimon X. Alright, so immediately, I know I just said that all of these are from commenters, but this is my absolute biggest bugbear. Omnimon X is by far and above my most hated alt art to regular alt comparison, and I'm just gonna start shitting on it. This shit sucks. I'm putting it here. This is Omnimon X. He is super light, super moving fast, and all that. You know, it's all well and good. He's shooting his cannon. He's going crazy with it. Cool, man. But comparatively to the regular art, which I'm not gonna hold it. I'm just gonna start putting pictures up here because it's the same thing. But the original art is so fucking cool. He is so tanky looking in this picture that as soon as I saw this, when I was looking at you know, spoilers for it, I had been excited for it to come out ever since. I was waiting for this card because he looks like a tank. He is what I aspire to be whenever I go to the gym. And I know that sounds silly, but if I could get any sort of muscle mass, it would be this motherfucker. He is massive, and he looks like he's about to kill everybody. Whereas the Omnimon X is just kind of here to be like, okay, I'm gonna hit you with my cannon blast, and then I'm gonna disappear, shine away. Cool, like whatever. And every time some of the gang has like pulled this alt art, we have always like just insta-traded it, just gone, be done with that. So yes, I am just gonna start this out as hard as possible, just shitting on Omnimon X's alt. It is I hate it. I hate it a lot, and the regular is fucking awesome. It's crazy, and that's all these videos are, baby. We just shit on these fucking cards and then say like, oh yeah, this is just better. So yeah, fuck it. Next up, next one up, we have Omnimon Zwart Defeat. Now this was actually commented by a few people, more than one. We've got the Pichu Bros 2668. He put that out there, and you know, the Void Beckons. Both of you were saying that Omnimon Zwart Defeat is like its alt art is a lot worse than the original. And at first, this was one that I thought was pretty awesome when I first saw it. But almost after like actually having it in my hands and seeing it, I almost completely agree. He looks damnably skinny in the alt art, and I understand that it is a representation of what he looks like. He has small, skinny little bits to him, but with massive arm, like the big gauntlets for his sword and his gun. I understand that that's just part of the representation, but I think just sort of the composition of it is just a little odd. It looks pretty fucking cool, but at the same time, comparatively to the original art, where he is fully stanced coming through with the sword, you know, the Wargreymon sword is lighting up its eyes, and in the actual regular art, it's you know, all these gold filaments sort of work together to give you this moment of when you flip the card out of security, it hits. I just started playing again with this in a Sukamon deck because I thought it was funny, and first turn somebody swings into this, it is fucking over almost every time, and it is so funny and fun to see this nice gold sword just boom pop out, and your day is a bit over at that point. It's pretty fucking awesome. I really like the original, but the alt art's not too bad. They always have like fantastic foiling and coloring to them, but yeah, no, I definitely like the original a lot more than the alt art. Okay, so we'll go into a kind of a funny one from here to sort of break up the mix of he looks menacing, he looks cool, to a very, very broad spectrum of alt arts. I'm just going to put it under the moniker of almost all of the EX2 rookies. I love the Terriermon. I'm kind of a sucker for that, so I can't really... There's a commenter, JChromes20, he says the alt art rookies from EX2 that are anime screenshots with the tamers are horrible looking. There's a fair few of these that I agree with, and even the Terriermon one is pretty shit. But that being said, I wanted to hone in from that point, and I actually did in the comments, that more so some of the other alt arts from that set, less so the tamer ones. The tamer ones are fantastic. But the Cyberdramon, Gardramon, stuff like that, I think they're like level 5s, level 4s, are pretty fucking awful. Especially Cyberdramon, and I really wanted to hone in on him on this one, because I understand that it's an anime screenshot, don't get me wrong, but the the original has him coming through, and I'll put that here. The original has him coming through, and he's doing this sort of uppercut, and it looks so cool. It's he's really showing off this dynamic pose, and it's awesome to see. But the alternate art is simply just, it's the tamer and him standing there. It's an anime screenshot, and something about the way that they've colored over it has made it look so much worse, even because it just does not fit in at all with almost any other cards from like most of these sets, so it just stands out disgustingly among everything else. And yeah, I'm just gonna shit on this one. Fuck the Cyberdramon alt. I hate it. It's just terrible. And every time I see it, I'm just a little more disgusted, and I keep looking at it here. I hate it. This is... I'm sorry if you don't like the video, because it's just filled with vitriol here, but man, this sucks. This sucks. And the original is awesome. He looks so cool. He's just coming through with that uppercut or a right hook or something like that, and he's ready to clap cheeks. Just beautiful. Get this alt art out of my face. Next, I thought I'd end this one out by actually not tearing into one last one. I think this is a super kind of half and half for most people, and that is Hydramon, his alt art. Griffin2983 points out, I'll say what everyone is thinking, Hydramon, and I would have to say half and half. Now, I'll put the alt art up here. Obviously it's censored, because the front of it has a big old cream pie Hydracy. So I want to 100% agree with you. I just don't think that should be a part of the alt art. This is a kid's game, to be honest, and I don't know how Q&A let this past. And almost everybody in comments has sort of agreed with if some people are like, it's funny because, it's funny. But I wanted to add to this that the alt art itself is so perfect for the Bloom Lord Hydra deck. Now, on the regular alt, which I'll put here, this kind of fits into my usual, he looks menacing, he looks evil, he looks like a level 6. But the funny thing is that I genuinely think that that the Hydramon in this fits so perfectly into the Bloomlord deck, because it's got these light colors, it has this, it has that plant feel, these light greens, light yellows, light reds sort of add to the feeling of these plants and these flowers all moving together to become a large, a giant plant. Same with the Bloomlord alt, which is beautiful. I can't play the original at all of the Bloomlord alt, and every time I see somebody else play it, I want to buy them the alt art, because they all just look so good. instantly got this deck as maxed as I could on release. This alt art is kind of a half and half for me, because on one hand it fits unimaginably perfectly with the theme and the flavor, I guess, of all of these other cards in the deck, which makes it conceptually fantastic. And the other 50% of me says, why does it have a giant Korean Hydra Sea? I'm not going to say the legitimate word. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that this got through QA. But that's really all I'll say on it. Take with that what you will. That's another 5 alt arts that I've gone through. If you felt like this video was a bit too filled with vitriol, hate, let me know down in the comments below. I was kind of testing the water to see whether or not, like, leaning into just shitting all over alt arts was maybe more fun than just taking it easy and going, this one's kind of okay. I'm not sure if I'm a big fan. But definitely enjoy doing these ones, and if you like them, please, again, comment down below. I go through every single comment, every single one of you gets a little like, and like the video while you're down there. And if you really like this kind of content, I'm super happy to do more. So subscribe for that, and I'll catch you on the next one. Awesome. Have fun.